Hey, good mate. Now you can hear me. I don't know why I wasn't coming through. First time doing this in ages. But how you been? But yeah, so I'm trying to just. I have to redo my intro. 5 minutes of silence is always good. I'll just cut that before I post it. Yeah, I want to come back to hacking my game, which I haven't hacked in ages. It is the Triver region. So a lot of the maps are going to be very similar to what we did. I mean, this is the first time I've streamed in a long bloody time. It's because I don't know why it hadn't connected to actually be why it wasn't connected to my microphone. Just typical uselessness. But yeah, it's only Rob now who streams. The other guys are never about so much anymore. You've got lives. That's why I didn't connect. This for some reason wasn't connected. It was trying to go to a default version of my microphone, but there's only one microphone. Sometimes it just seems to disconnect randomly, and there's probably something I can do about it, but I don't know. But either way, it's working now. Who do you think? I know people with lies and stuff. No, it's we still meet up quite a lot, so we meet up once a week, but so I've been trying to do. I do want to do more streaming because we meet up every week to play like Pokemon cards. Although at the moment we're playing loads of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So we might stream that, but the guys in general just don't want to do the streaming we used to do every week. When we can instead meet up. So yeah, it's pretty much me. And I was quite good at streaming somewhat actively, but I'm at the point where I completely forgot to do any of that. So yeah, live. Matt's about to buy a house like a loser. Ollie's looking to buy a house. David has 2 children now, so we never hear from him anyway. Alex is traveling a ton for work, so it was really difficult to get him to commit to anything. So we thought it was just easier we'll just play games together, meet up while we can, instead of having to faff with the streaming side of it. Because when you're streaming, you are more, you gotta focus more on entertainment, especially when you're playing the games. It just wasn't as good. Yeah, it does suck. But Alex is always. We haven't seen him this week. He's been in America, so we've not even been able to see him this week, which is a bit annoying. We've had to introduce someone new to our card games. But if you're interested in seeing some Yu-Gi-Oh streams, I'd love to do some of those. 6, 7, 8, 9. Be good. Yeah, it needs no more explanation. Exactly. How have you been, good mate? I saw you left the Discord, which I don't blame you, because it's full of nonsense. Just me talking to randos. I don't know. How, last I heard were you moving in with that girl? Or you just started seeing someone? So, I mean, that takes up all the time. Freya, thank you for the likes, bud. How you doing? How's your... Is it a Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. Always wondered how this week. Hey, Jack. Yeah, so this is decompilation. So the program you're seeing here is called Pori Maps. It allows me to manipulate the maps, add events. So if we go to existing like Verdant Turf, you can see you've got S for sign, W for warp. These are your actors over the thing called events. Basically, you draw up the map, and then you go into. If I hit this button, you'll have all the code written out. So I'm just overwriting what's in Route 2 to save space on the actual ROM itself, which makes things easier. For me, it's just a black screen, though. You've just got a black screen on Twitch. Why does... Okay. I don't know why Twitch refuses to work with Restream. That is annoying. But yeah, if you've got any questions on Jack, I'll try and talk you through it. Well, the thing is, I'm using Restream, so I can go straight to Twitch and to other places. Let's kill it and redo it. All right, sorry guys, but yeah, No, it's. I'll tell you, Jack. If you're ever if you're interested in doing ROM hacking, it's so simple these days. I've been doing a couple of sort of little guides to show how to set up, because Decompiled Emerald, basically they've taken all the code from Pokemon Emerald and made it into a very still a black screen. Yeah, but taking all the code into an easy, readable way. That's great. It's been a while since I saw you on full page. Hey Fred. Yeah, it's been ages. I've just been busy. Well, in summer I don't like to stream because it's hot. I got a bit annoyed with Twitch was dicking me around. So not Twitch. So TikTok was dicking me around. So I just sort of gave up on a lot of bits. But I'm gonna get back to it. I'm completely redoing. So this is my custom one. I thought about doing it on Pokemon Engine as an MMO. I thought about turning it into its own game. But I just want to redo it, and I'm doing the updated version of the Decompiled Emerald, and that gives us a load of really cool updates, like follow a Pokemon and all the Pokemon. I'm just going to use this as a decent state. Still a black screen. Okay, good mate. I don't know why that. We are live on TikTok and YouTube as well, good mate. If you come to YouTube, TikTok, you can see my face, even though it's really dark and my ring light broke. It didn't break. It went into strobe light. So yeah, I've decided to turn it off, but it will you actually a bit more, and I might kill the stream on Twitch. Well, but not myself, but completely appreciate the work devs do because I love playing. Oh, this is going to be enjoyable. This will be completely playable for you guys. I'm going to do as many sort of like updates as I can, make it playable. Starting next week, I'm going to be doing. I really want to make sure I actually keep up on videos. So I spent too much time last time trying to make the video. I was battling with the videos to be like, I tried to make them entertaining or fit to the algorithm, and to be honest, I can't be asked to do that anymore. So there's going to be a lot more videos. Unruly Gaming, thank you for the follow. And I'm just going to sort of do me just talking. Yeah, that's not the most exciting thing, but we really want to talk about like the process, talk about what's going on. So I'm going to start with doing a map a day. So there should be a video every weekday where I try and at least make one map, be it just an inside area, an overworld, something else. So you'll see it all. Can I mod Skyrim next? I could mod Skyrim. I have no interest in modding Skyrim. The problem I find with modding 3D games is you need a decent understanding of doing artwork, and I am a horrendous artist. So maybe not, maybe not. Video works now. Oh, good. I got a new gig as IT tech, getting 100 quid an hour, and getting a baby in the like, as in, is a baby that you and your missus are making, or is it a baby you're just like acquiring? But a new job sounds amazing, man. Yeah, I've got a new job this year, so I'm now a lead developer, which is really good. I'm on a new project, which is really good fun. Really enjoying that new project, but it gives me it's quite enjoyable just being the lead guy. I'm having quite good fun with that. Does this actually show up on the screen? Okay. I'm currently doing something which you can't see, which is annoying. I'm just quickly making a custom tile, which you'll see in 2 seconds, which I want to make a unanimated doorway, non-animated door. Here, boosh. So this is something I'd love to talk about, and I'm going to pick various viewers, but one of the best things I think of Generation 3 had was the hidden base mechanic. It was just amazing seeing, doing the Wonder Trade with your friends, and then hunting down where they hid their bases. Like when I was young, I used to try and like find cool places to hide my base and whatnot. So I'm actually going to do that. And we're going to hide bases around the map, which we're going to add viewers' teams in. I'll make so this is an existing one from previous game, so we'll talk about that more when we get to it. Yeah, that's a great thing. Yes, baby me and fiance has made a plan to be born. That's really good, exciting. A good side gig, bit of extra money before the baby arrives. Yeah, I don't have a child with my wife yet, but but there's definitely a thing I need to make sure I've got the money set beforehand, because that sounds they do seem quite expensive. Obviously, I've got a niece, and yeah, she seems to be expensive alone. I've got a nephew as well now, and I say now, I've have quite a while, and he's expensive alone, let alone having your own one. Right, so we're almost done with the outline of this map. Bonus about recreating the maps for my other thing. I'm doing it manually instead of like doing the right thing, which is to straight up just copy it across. But this does help me in the long run. Just helps me fix a lot of things. Yeah, we've changing how the river looks. We're changing the way the river looks. It's going to give us a bit more. I think I wasn't liking the way it was. So we've split this map in half, and the top bit's going to be its own one. Hey X, thanks for the follow. The top bit's going to be its own area, which is going to be a late game area. But one of the things I want with the maps is them to be sort of like explorable. You're going to have to get good reason to try and explore and find your way around them all. Yeah. So top of this is going to be like that. Oop, I'm going to move that down to the bottom. There we go. Last night I did install HTTP. Oh, I used to have to install projectors. It's installing stuff. It's a pain. I think it's alright. It's so fiddly and annoying, but it's such a good job. It's good money to do. They used to do it in like a lot of schools for my dad during half term and stuff, all the holidays. It was kept me in a decent bit of money. I'm actually going to make this the 50 by 40. Just want a bit more height. Oop. There we go. Easiest £100 an hour for 25 minutes of work. Always getting at least. Didn't put the legs in it. Put it in the console and moving room. Oh, so it's some rich person's house as well. That's a really good deal. My mate installs smart homes for people in like Cornwall, which is basically all these people buy their second homes and they sort of do it in Cornwall, and he goes around and installs all the smart stuff for them, and yeah, he gets a decent bit of bob doing that. Okay, so we're gonna sort of try and do this. That I think fits quite nicely. So this is all going to be water. We are going to have Totodile Island. Be an island you can reach. And this is actually going to be a bit more spread out. So the idea here is you come across, you got trainers here, or you can go around that way. So I just need to cut out a bit of that. And then there's some like secret bits here. There'll be some stuff here. So your critical routes are to the up and left. Yeah, rich people person's flat, kind of what I'm doing as well. Connecting Wi-Fi. See, that sounds like a good job. I spend a lot of time talking to business, writing out all this stuff, doing all the coding, all this annoying technical things, and it's a ball ache. And I'd love to find one of these high-paid jobs where I can do half as much work and still do still get a decent wage. I'm going to bring that island down. I want the island visible from the coast to make sure you're like. The point of putting it close to the coast is so that you can see it, because we're actually going to put I'm using the wrong tiles. Wouldn't you Raspberry tiles? Because Raspberry tiles have this. What program am I using? I am using this is called Pouring Map. Pouring Map allows me to use decompiled Emerald code. So they've taken Pokemon Emerald and completely decompiled it, and you can pop that project in and make changes to the map. This you then need to use other things to be able to like do the code. So I use Visual Studio Code to actually allow me to make the scripts and stuff. Yeah, so it's a nice, quick, easy one. No, it's good to see you again, good mate. Hope you're having a good time. Good luck with the pregnant missus. Hopefully it all goes well in March and before March. But yeah, so yeah, Poly Maps is for this, and then we've got this, which is Visual Studio Code, has all the scripting side of it. If you're interested in doing decompiled hacking, I've got some guides which you can find on our YouTube. We've also got you can also look at binary hacking. There's some really cool tools which I'm possibly going to do some videos on soon, which will just allow you to. It makes the hacking process sort of a lot easier for people who may not have got much experience with coding or anything technical, because there's lots of different ways to like hack a game. Because I'm a coder, I find this is the easiest way. Having full control over the code itself, I think, is brilliant. But mostly what you guys see, it'll be the map drawing, because that is the most sort of widely interesting. It's quite a cool process, I think. Nepri, thank you for the likes. How you doing, bud? How you all doing on this? Have you enjoying a chill Friday night? We're going to be doing this until I get bored. Probably do a few maps. I'm just currently, the plan is just to rebuild a lot of the maps I had on my other. This is a Rom Hack I've got a demo of on our Discord, so you can actually play early version of this. And I want to get to that point, and I'm just using the updated code because it comes with more Pokemon and some really cool quality of life, such as out the box it's coming with the level caps, which I don't have to recode, which I've done before, and follow a Pokemon. And I think so many people say how great follow a Pokemon is. I just felt like it. Yeah, why not just add it into the game? So yeah, we will have follow a Pokemon. So hopefully you guys will get the most out of that. Fingers crossed. Oh, where's the tile I want? There's the tile I want. I'm actually going to do that one there, just to make it fit a bit nicer. Okay. Okay, so let's continue to go on these tiles to trim off our edges for our river. We've got a few things like that on those sides, and I'm missing, yes, there we go. Give them some depth. It has been quite a while since I've done some high level map making. In terms of the other one I've been doing, the what was it I was doing? Yeah, the VSG. I don't know if I'll go back to that. There's a 50-50 chance whether I will. I might do some like drop-ins now and again just to get back into it, but I just lost all passion for doing it. I overscoped it, made the scope too large, and this way I can at least get some control back on what I was doing. And I just have this idea for this grand game, and I really just want to get that done, where I can really introduce my own style into the gameplay, really make it think. I've been reading a lot into what people want from a ROM hack, so that I can actually hit the beats people want. So we've got XP that'll be on by default, and maybe I'll add it. I'm trying to give people a chance to play it their way. So, you know, if you want to use cheats, it's fine. I'm probably going to add like infinite rare candy for those who want to do it that way. I've already added some sort of boost to doing things. Hey, not fan, how you doing, bud? So I've added actually something quite cool. When you reach a gym, it's going to I'm also going to add like a hard mode and easy mode, but in a certain way. Yeah, when you reach a gym, you will it will set a flag which is going to increase the XP you get. So it should allow you to get to a gym, and then that's like a checkpoint where you can get loads of XP really quick. How do I clear new world in Pori maps? Would you mean clear new world in Pori maps? You can make a new map by right-clicking, add new map to group into any group. Because you can make custom groups if you want. I personally tend to overwrite maps first. This is actually Route 102. I do it that way because in a ROM, you're limited to, in this ROM, you're limited to 32 megabytes. Because that's just the size you could actually put into the cartridge. So if you start filling up with too much, you can run into issues. So I try and just keep it sort of as basic as I can. I want the fisherman's house there again. Let's do that. Actually, let's do that. There we go. Like a new project. You, as in a new project without any maps in it. That doesn't exist. You can't just like start a new project. You need to take in the decompiled code. You'd have to take a version of the code and rip all the maps out from scratch, which would take you a lot of time and effort and not really be beneficial. I think you're better off just doing it the sort of, I don't want to say slow way, but doing it the main way. Just slowly changing the things that are already on there. Okay, that gives us that. Yeah, your best bet is just to do it that way. Change the maps. If you want to just do new maps, you can create a new groups and do it that way. So you can see down here. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got the indoor bedrock. Apologize, that's my Discord. Let me just turn on streamer mode. So you won't hear those anymore. Streamer mode. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it just makes things easier that way. There we go. If you try doing it from scratch, you're gonna end up with, I mean, it's completely possible. You're going to end up with, you may end up in some sort of technical bugs with things, places all over the place. So starting small and building up that way, you'll find a lot of these bugs. Plus, you'll have a lot of things there you can sort of easily use. So what I want to do here is I'm trying to build a bit of a wooded area. So it goes up to there. Because up here in this wooded area, you're going to get your first couple of berries. I think I put 2 berries there in the past. Two berry patches. I have 3. Yeah, 3. We'll put 2 there. And then we want to start drawing out our berries. Guys, thank you all for the likes. Oh God, it's about to break 1,000. You're absolutely smashing it. But hopefully you're enjoying it. You just chill my voice, or if you've got any questions. I do need to start adding trainers and characters. So if there are obviously some trainers I've got from previous versions, but I do want this to be very much. I love the idea of people seeing themselves in the game, so I'm going to be quite happy to take such suggestions from viewers to be the first sort of trainers and stuff, which we'll do soon. There are metatile stairs that goes left. There are not metatile stairs. You need to add those yourself. Either you can even make them, or there is a branch. So I don't know if you remember much from the GitHub thing, a tutorial. I don't know what I put in it. We're doing lots of GitHub tutorials at work, so I've been very GitHubby lately. But basically, you can take someone else's branch if they've made it public and import it in. I do want to do a video on this because it's how you can get some really cool tools or really cool sort of things added to your game. And there is one I did see that was done quite a while ago, so it should be nice and established by now, which does add the left and right stairs, so you don't have to sort of like add it in from scratch. I don't know where it is. You have to do some Googling. They also made it work with an old follower. branch. But yeah, I know because I've got a few branches here, such as like the crafting menu, so I didn't have to redo the crafting menu. I've added. I don't know if I might have added the quest menu, and I might have done it like new files, importing map images. What do you mean new files and pouring map images? Sorry, you've lost me there. I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, and then we want this to be a sort of a thing there. I want to do it like that. I want to take it away. I don't want it to be that much. I definitely want this depth here. Hey Dan, how you doing, bud? How's your Friday night going? Welcome to Rob finally remembered how to stream and dug out the password. How long until the end of this game? Oh mate, so this is I'm rebuilding an old one from scratch, so it's going to take a while. The previous one had up to 4 gyms and was on the 3rd island, so I want to get to that point. I'm starting a new series where I'm going to try and do a map a day. So if I do a map a day, I'm hoping to get a decent playable chunk by the end of the year. For the full game, I don't know. I need to pull my finger out and actually spend more time working on it, which I always struggle to do. I get distracted so much, and it's I'm just going to focus on doing this one this time. But I don't know how long it's going to take me. Knowing me, it's probably going to take quite a long time. I'm not the fastest Rom hacker. I'm just finishing my 2nd shift at work, mate. I hope you're able to get home soon. Friday night. It's a really cozy night. I'm feeling the coziness today. No worries, no found. Feel free to drop some more messages and I'll try and help them. Sorry, I'm not the most helpful. Do we want to put one there? Let's put one there. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to do too much of these style of trees. I'm actually going to convert them into a bit of verticality. I'm going to do that. Actually, this one we're going to convert into some smaller trees, just to give it a bit of... I personally like a bit of variation in the trees. It makes them feel a bit more... less hand done. So that becomes... Yeah, that goes... No, I've got it the wrong way around. That's the ones I want. That goes there. That goes there. That one there. And then this one will jump a level higher. Something like that. Very good. I'm doing very good. Then we just need to fill this out with some playable parts. Again, just make things a bit less human. So we're going to put something down here, I think. So let's get rid of R. So those white lines are just used to help me guide my critical path. Let me see which way I've got to go. Okay, so that here thing is a solid start. This is Totodile Island. I'm just going to put T-I. Do I do Totodile Island? I know what it's going to look like. So yeah, let's do Totodile Island. Basically, in this game we'll have hidden grottos. Around the map will be hidden places for you to catch all the... I want to do, if not most of the starter Pokemon. I'm trying to try and keep the main sort of map, the main number of Pokemon reasonably small. Because I've been reading a lot of people dislike the idea of like everything being thrown at you too quickly, which makes sense. Too many Pokemon, it gets a bit of a mess. So we're going to try and limit somewhat the amount of Pokemon that are accessible, but there'll be a lot of like secret areas and stuff to find them. And one of the main ones that which will obviously will be findable, I think, will be the starter Pokemon. A lot of my favorite and some favorite Pokemon of mine. Yeah, this will be where you will find Totodile in this grotto. Yeah, now we just got to do pretty it up and add functionality. So your choice is you can go up and fight trainers, or you can go round and do grass. I like that idea for it's something I like, and you'll see it in a lot of my Rom hacks, or a lot of my routes will have that similar style of design. So we're going to throw quite a bit of grass down to get that, and let's do it. Let's put it right in there. Oh, I do want to do some gaps, but not that big. And we're going to throw rock there just to stop the player from being able to go around too much. If they go around too much, they're going to avoid too much of the grass. Throw in a bit of flower work. Beautiful. Again, we'll want some grass when you come in. So you do have a non-grass. So it should be when you're coming back. Actually, I'm going to get rid of those 2 pieces of grass. So you can come down and get between the 2 towns without accessing any grass. We're going to push that up a little bit like that. Push into the gaps. Small piece here. So yeah, if you can get a nice early game repel to allow you to choose between them, what kind of choices you get. So by having the repel, it allows you to do a Nuzlocke and have various choices. So instead of being forced to get, you might want one encounter from here, which is more water type, rock type, or you can go to an encounter here. So let's build a bit of a path to show the way to the player. That's the way you can go. So that's one way in guiding the player up. Fantastic. This place seems a bit empty. Let's put some trees in. Not like that though. Yeah, just gives it a bit of depth, bit of flavour. We are in a mountainous area, so rock. Why not? Put another rock down. This is sort of a bit beachy, so I'm gonna. Oh, I can't do that because of the. I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna stick with the padded down grass. So this is the fisherman's hut. In here you will get your rod. I think it's a good thing to get the rod nice and early. I'm gonna lower that to there. Do I want to do this? Well, I've done it now. And I want to throw in a sign just to make it clear, like, yeah, you can get your... Oh, yeah, I'll do it there, and then I'll throw in across like that, yeah. So this is where you'll get your fishing rod, so you get old rod really early. There's nothing worse than taking ages to start getting water Pokemon, especially if you don't pick water early on. You can get some berries here, which we'll add in a moment. Maybe I'll bring previously the water came right down. Yeah, let's bring the water right down. Just to make you get more of that feeling of exploration. Seems to work. What do you use to make this? This is sick. So I use what's called decompiled emerald, which is sort of some very smart people have taken emerald and turned it into some easy to access code. I then use a tool called Pori Maps. Pori Maps is what you see on screen now. This allows me to draw on my maps, add in my events. So we go to an existing map. You can see all the events are here. So W is a warp, N is a no sprite things. This example is your berries. You can see your sprites on the field, and do it that way. So we just save. I then use this tool here, which is Visual Studio Code, and this is the code for Route 2. But we're just about to do some code, so I want to create a new file called scripts.pori, and here is where I'll then like code my script. So map scripts tells it what to do, and I'll do it in here. I'm slowly working on some easy accessible guides. So I have a few. We have two so far. We've got a few more, but we've got two on our YouTube, which I've done recently, which will show you how to set up, because it can be a bit daunting to set up how to the part of making the game runnable. You've got to like do what was it? Yeah, you got something to make it compile. I can remember. I can do words. Can be a bit daunting for some people. So I've got a nice, I think easy to understand way of doing it. But yeah. But no, I'd say take a look at it. Give it a go. Even if you're just making small maps or just making changes to Emerald, it's really fun. Like, I've been doing it for about 15, 16, 17 years now. And I still like seeing what I come out with. This is a huge area, huge map. I want to finish it, so I'm going to spend a lot of time actually doing as many maps as I can quickly. Get this playable, get this in front of you guys. So yeah, once you got them, so yeah, this is how you do the map side. Then collisions, got to make sure you draw, make sure people can't walk where they shouldn't be able to go. So I'm just going to fix the collisions. You can go under trees, go under that. Can you go that way? Yeah, now. Okay, and then this is unwalkable. So yeah, so your X is unwalkable. 3. So the number is sort of the layer you can go onto. Whether it's so obviously when you've got a bridge, you might have one area. It's got a sort of pseudo 3D. So you can have a layer above or below. So by putting a number, it lets you go up and down staircases, so you can't interact with the level below, and it allows you to have bridges we can walk under. Alex, thank you for the follow, bud. How you doing? How's your week been? How's your Friday night treating you? We're pretty close here to actually finishing the visual part of the map, and then we'll get to the coding, which will see a huge drop in viewers. I always find when I do these, as soon as when I upload these to YouTube, we get a solid viewership, and then as soon as I speak to the code, it's like drops to about 10% of what we had. 3. So that no, we need to make it surfable. So these are your surf tiles. I mean, as soon as it gets interacted with, the game will know how to react with it. Oh, I've got to do the bits on the top there as well. Fantabulous. I do not like having to draw in so many collision tiles. I find it finicky, I find it awkward, and I can never get my line straight. Can't do straight things. No, I can't use the fill tool because it will go everywhere. So I've got to at least go round this island. What I'm looking forward to is fixing all of those early mistakes I made. I've completely redone the introduction. So previously, I was really disliking how the intro was done and how you were getting your starter Pokemon. So that makes a bit more sense now. We've also added a 9 Pokemon choice. We've got 8 at the moment. I'm actually going to add a random starter choice, which is a selection of starters, which I think could be quite good. Maybe a full random choice as well, to give a good chance of you doing quite cool things. Right, so we need to do our events now. So this I'm going to keep up here. That is actually a tutorial to how to use the crafting menu. We're going to put that into the first town. What we do need is we need a sign, which will go onto this sign. So let's code that. For those who have never done any scripting, doing a sign is brilliantly easy. So we create a script, route 2, event script. You can name it what you like. I try to follow the same rule they do here. I'm not great at it. I'm not being paid for this, so whatever. So we're going to have Fisher sign. If you try and make them, if you at least try and name them by route 2, it allows you to have similar things across multiple routes and not run into naming issues. So we need to lock the player and release the player. Whenever you do scripts, make sure you do this. This locks the player from being able to walk or do any interactions. There's nothing worse than them just walking away or glitching the screen. Release will also sort of release all that so they can have access to the game again, and it will remove any sort of messages being stuck on screen. You want to make a message box, which is those text which you see. Format it just means that when it goes over the character limit, it will automatically put it across for us. And we're going to also say message box default. So it's a standard message box. You don't have to include that. I'm just trying to. And we're just going to call it the old Fisher's house. Okay, and then we save that. And we're going to take it into here. Click on our script and add it in. And now we have, when you click on that sign, it'll work. Brilliant. Okay, some other things I want to do. So Route 10. Does Route 102 have? No, I'm confusing with you. The first berries you get are here. So Petra berry and Oran berry. So we're just gonna copy these across, because one of the best things about coding is you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. We're going to take the Petra berry and we're going to take the Oran berry, add them in here, save me a load of effort, so we can now get an Oran and a Petra berry when you reach the game. Brilliant. I might update the yield in the actual code, but we'll see. For now, you just get the standard amount. I think upping the yield will be quite much better. Okay. What other code do I need to do? I need to add our fish boy. Go to events. Yeah, so we want to add in. I'm gonna add in a fisherman here. So he's the young fisherman, and he's going to be facing up. So I want him to be facing up. We need to again add some code for him. So script, route to event script. Fisherman. He's going to give some insight onto what's across the way. He's just going to be like, if only I had a Pokemon that knew Surf, I'd be able to reach that island. So this will tell the player that, you know, once you get Surf, you can go over to that island. Awesome. Next, we're going to use Annabelle for now. I do want to start looking at custom sprites, but I can't do art good. So we're going to have them here. And they're going to go there. Do I want to use a trigger, or do we just use a line of sight? I think we're going to use line of sight. Make the player defeat the fisherman's level 5. So I like that idea, Jay, but I actually have this trainer here. So this trainer here was based off of so a lot of what I do have for this game I've actually created already. I'm just coming back to it. This trainer is trying to catch. Is obsessed with what should we call them? Gyarados. So the idea of them is, as you're coming over, they're going to be like, and they're going to have a team of like 5 Gyarados, and their story will lead you to Rayquaza, because why not? And so you meet them here, and they've got 5 Rayquaza, and you meet them at the waterfall. Got all the Magikarps. Then you go further on, and they started evolving them into Gyarados. And then you get to Dragon Lake, and they'll see the red Gyarados, and then they'll get obsessed with the idea of there being loads of different coloured Gyaradoses. So they're going to go around, and next time you see them, they've got like an Arbok, which is a purple Gyarados. They've got the shiny red Gyarados. They'll have a Steelix, which is a silver Gyarados. All these like snake-like Pokemon. And then they're going to start hearing about this concept of a green Gyarados, which is when you help them find Rayquaza. Hey, if you don't mind, there's a way to have more tile sets in one area. What do you mean? As far as so you can only have a primary tile set. There's normally like 3 here. Hello, thanks for the likes. So you got the primary tile sets. You have your outside, inside, secret base, and then you have your sort of main tile sets here. You can have large tile sets with more in, but you can't really have multiple of it. It's just a limitation of the hardware. You gotta remember this was designed for the Game Boy Advance, which didn't have loads of choice, so they're trying to make it quite small. I want some tiles, a fallible set, and some instant. Yeah, not really. The reason you can't in ROM hacking is because you're limited to that space. So everything's done by making the game as small as possible. So in like a modern game, like if you did this in RPG Maker or something, you could just like put a bit of an image on. I've made a bit of like I've got an engine to make my own game on, and I'm tempted to play about with it, but it uses sort of an image and an image reference, so you can do that. But in this, it's very much like a reference to the point. If you try to add another point, it wouldn't know where to go. So you're saying like I've got 2 books, and in there I've got like 20 slots. I want to go to the 20th slot in book 1. So it doesn't have to store the image everywhere. It just sort of has a reference to it. And then it does the same thing with color. So if you start adding multiple tile sets, you run into an issue with the color of the game. And again, it uses bitmaps and what's it called for the bitmap is for the image itself and what it looks like. And then you get a color choices. I can't remember what it's called off top of my head. A palette. And if you can only have so many palettes on the screen at once, and your scripts will take that up. Your sprites take that up. You're moving around, and all the things take that up. And if you start adding more of those, you're going to take up. I think it's only 16 palettes you can have at a time. So it might be possible, but not really. Or you might be able to copy some across, but you're going to have to make sure that you have a similar color palette, or you're just going to run into some sort of awkward issues here and there. Yeah, I hope it's not too. I haven't gone too technical with it. I can go into it more if you're interested, but it is a limitation of the hardware, and I do find it annoying. It's why one of the things I try and just stick with the base palettes if I can. Normally, you got to try and make sure, like, if you are doing that, you need to keep them somewhat. You need to separate your areas up. If you want some tiles from Palable set and it's the top of the set, can they go in 2 different maps? That might make it easier. You find as you start to do it, the more complex you want to get, the more limiting the game is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we go this way, we're gonna have them looking 7, and I'm gonna open up because I can just copy the script for this one. Here is the old script for this area. So, salts. Can we have a dive spot with an item in it? Yes. I do want to do dive spots. In fact, I actually forgot to do a dive spot here in the first map, which is going to lead down to a secret area, which you're going to access part of it once you have 4 badges. Because actually, I have done part of the code there, but it was something I haven't done too much on. Where is the overwater thing? Just do that for now. Don't let me know. By the way, how do you make polymap color dark instead of basic white? I cannot remember. I think you go to preferences. Yeah, go to preferences in options, and you click themes dark. How did I do the dark? So I'm just trying to find the dark tile. So the dive tile. Because that isn't it. That's a fake tile. As you can see, it's half and halved. That's what leads to the trick house. We've not got a trick house on this. This is going to be a custom region, so we're not going to have a lot of stuff from the other one. This is going to be a bit more serious than the VSG was. I might go back to VSG though at some point if people are interested in it. I don't for the life of me find it. Hang on, I've got this open, which has it. No, there is no. Okay, we'll do this for now. Yeah, so there we go. We've got our dive spot. We're not going to do dive spot yet because there's quite a bit to do before we get there. Okay, so we're going to just copy in a load of code because I've actually coded this once before and I don't want to have to redo it all. So it's called the Salt 7 fight, and this is where you're going to battle things. We need the inch post. Yeah, we go. Text scripts. Do all of that. Videos really help me install since other tools. Yeah, I've found there are some great ones by like Team Aqua, but they're a little bit out of date. So I thought I'd redo them. So I'm glad that Aerify is working. I've got more to do. If you've got specific ideas on things or you want to try, I'll try and do some videos on it. I'm going to be doing some sort of dev diaries. Like, I'm going to try and do like a map a day come next week in short form. I might do some like longer dev diaries for YouTube where I just talk through. And I want to get back into streaming again where I'm just talking through what I do, try and give you guys some help on how to do things yourself. Talk through where everything's going on. So I actually need to delete that because I haven't got those at the moment. And just make it as easy as possible because a lot of people see this stuff. A lot of people see this code. Oh, that's quite scary, and actually, it's not. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what we can do to make it as easy as possible for you guys to understand. Right, I've called this Route 2. It's not Route 2. It's Route 1. Yeah, this is Route 1B because I actually split Route 1 into 2. Just so we can add a bit more variation of Pokemon you find. So yeah, here we go. So we got Assault Battle. I'm the guy in the house gave me an old rod. I'm going to use it to catch all the Gyarados. I've already got some here. Let me show you. All right, they aren't Gyarados yet. Yeah, so that's all right. I'm not a great writer, so if people want to help and have good writing skills, please help. But so we've got to do a few things here. So we need to create a trainer. So I'm going to go to its opponents. Here we have a list of all the opponents we have in the game. It's quite a few. And we are just going to slowly overwrite onto the old ones because we don't need the old ones. There's no reason for us to have them. So we're going to replace Sawyer with that. And we're going to actually have to change it. Yeah, we're going to have to change it in a few places. Replay. Thank you for the likes, bud. How you doing? I actually haven't... I don't think I've made a script. I don't think I've done a trainer since they updated... Done the new way of handling trainers. This is going to be quite good to do this for the first time. Yeah, so it's like this now. So the parties are really cool. Since I last coded, you can now just drop them from what you get in what's that website called? Showdown. These Showdown scripts for the Pokemon. It's brilliant. So much easier. I can make it there. I can copy it across. Going to be quite cool. So we're going to name it Salt 7 for now. But yeah, here again, you can really easily see who's what. So I want to see a list of trainer classes. I'm going to have him as a Pokemaniac. I do want to add some custom classes in at some point, but we'll start with this for the moment. Trainer pick Pokemaniac. And what music choices do we have? I think we'll just go with Let's go with cool, which is very much the standard one. Okay. It's not a double battle. Okay, what flags I have? Flags is basically how the trainer reacts. They're going to have a size of... They're going to have 6 Pokemon. This is auto-generated, isn't it? Yeah, do not modify this file. Ah, bugger. So let's undo all of that. I just realised I'm going to do that bit. From trainers.party. So we go to trainers.party. Trainers.party. Yeah, we can see it here. So we're going to say their name. Oh, this is so much easier. Instead of having to go to like 6 different places, I have to go to 2. Class, Pokemaniac. Yes. Pick, Pokemaniac. Music, cool. Male, this is good. Could you have a trainer carrying a bag of Pokeballs and make you fight 10 Pokemon at once? I don't know. But let's find out. Let's actually try that now. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this guy has 10 Pokemon with I'm gonna make him level 1 Magikarps for now. Just so we're gonna quickly be able to test it. 1. Magikarp. I don't know if there's I'd imagine there's a 6 limit. Probably quite easy to remove. But so if we save all of this, I'm just gonna comment that out for now and that out for now. Hey Ship, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I've not been streaming much lately. I've just been not in the mood. Got really put off with TikTok dicking me around. It kept removing all my videos from and trying to kick me off the creator program. And it's like I don't make much money from it, but I don't like the idea of them saying, "Oh, we're removing your videos for ununique stuff," and then they list a load of videos which are like me literally coding and making fresh stuff. It pissed me right off. So I haven't forgotten about you. You just work. You stream so late. I'm normally in bed. So I've got married and I just don't have the time to be up. I think you start streaming at 10 o'clock my time. By then I'm in bed, tired and stuff. Right, Jay, I am just trying to code. Oh no, we've got some errors. What errors have we got? Name Grunt. Like 117. 2, 3, 4. No, you can't have 10 trainers, Jay. The code breaks. So, yeah. But no, I've not forgotten. It's just, yeah, busy with life. I'm out. I'm busy on Mondays volunteering. I do cards on Tuesday. I'm out with my mates Thursday, and then I've got to spend time with the wife. What does ROM mean? Random read-only memory. Because it's the grey area legally. But it is basically me taking a copy of Pokemon Emerald and changing that code. So I'm literally making a game which you can put on a cartridge and play on a Game Boy. When you play a ROM, it is 100% playable on the normal hardware. So that's something. That's the main thing to take away. Can you do a double battle? Both trainers have 6 Pokemon. Would you mean so you have 12 Pokemon in total on each side? I don't think so, Jay. I've literally just tried here to add more than 6 Pokemon, and it's crashed. It's not running the. I'm compiling the code in the background, and it's throwing up errors. It's saying like line 117 it doesn't like, which was after the 6th trainer. I might get more errors. I've never used this style of... Yeah, I've not done this style of editing trainers yet. It seems so much easier, which is nice. Yeah, it's the same one they use in Showdown, so I can make it shiny. I can pick the items, which is going to be really good, really helpful. Oh, error. What's my error now? No, that's fine. Errors are expected. Undefined references to. Yes. Yeah, that's the code. I need to fix this code. So actually, there's an error here because I changed the name of them to be 1B. They're trying to find a script which doesn't exist. Thank you guys for the likes. Just noticed we've smacked over 2,000, which is incredible. Incredible for me. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoy being here as well. I know it's not the most exciting thing to do, but I quite like it. So, can you make a missing node battle? No, because missing node is not in the game. I would have to add it. Maybe we'll add a high-powered missing node as a post-game event. I don't want to look too far into the future. I want to really focus on the nearby stuff. The issues I've had in the past, I'm not very good at keeping myself organized. I've tried to get tools, but I can never find any for free. So I want to just focus on like the areas which are going to be the bits I code on now. The players are going to be accessing now, instead of trying to think of something in the future. So I'm not going to be doing that. Maybe later if I remember, I will, but not right now. Okay, so we need to make a few flags. I think we've got some Route 101 flags, Route 102. What flags at the top do we know we're not using? I don't want to... flags are a bit of a pain. All these unused ones I want to definitely try and keep for certain things. What's this game going to be called? I'm tossed between Pokemon Trials or Pokemon Triver. Triver is the region. Triver. So probably just going to go with that. I think it says everything, doesn't it? Don't need to... I don't think you need to overcomplicate things sometimes. Right, so I will take ideas though. If people have ideas, what I really want to focus on is the exploration and the finding things, going around finding cool Pokemon. I'm not a good writer, so we're not going to have like a big bad evil team that are going to be doing stuff. There might be like some areas and stuff here and there, but overarching probably not. What program language do Pokemon ROMs use? They use C++. C++. Was this one? Go to Pokemon.c. Here's a bit more realistic. Yeah, you can see, and that's not a pun. This is how it works. So this is Ho International Order. So it converts Pokemon to a national order. This is the details for a nature. If we go to abilities, I'm going to make some custom abilities because I think it's great fun. Abilities data. Ability drizzle. So let's look at drizzle, for example. You find them here, and we go to... This is what it looks like for a Pokemon. So basically create an object. All its details. Terrestrialization, drizzle. Has drizzle got its own one? I know it's a test. Battle case. Yeah, so here is where you create your abilities. So you can say like, oh, for the case of the ability being this, try changing the battle or failing. So yeah, so if you're interested in learning it, it uses C++. But for the eventing, which is like the front side where you'll be doing most of your scripting, I use something called PoriScript, which converts. It's just a language to make, instead of it looking like this, it looks like this. So you only need to know the C part if you're if you want to get really complex with it, which most people, which if you're just doing sort of basic changes, you don't really need to do. Only comes into play when you're doing debug cheat start. Don't need that line of code actually. Yeah, you don't really need it. Sorry, I just want to take that. I want to find that location I just is because I don't need this debug state anymore. Used for Salt Quest. Do you start from crash or use existing one base? So this is decompiled emeralds. So I use what's called Pokemon expansion, Emerald expansion, which comes with we go into the let's go to Gen 9 families. It has all the Gen 9 Pokemon in it, including the DLC ones. So you can see Okidogi, you see Terrapagos down here. It comes with Mega Evolution. It comes with Dynamax, Gigantamax. It comes with Terra. It comes with all the modern items, all the modern abilities. There's also some really cool config. Can I find the config? So, I mean, it comes with stuff like level caps. So, I don't have to read. This is a much better one than I coded. I did code some basic level caps in my old one. Yeah, so it does use Emerald. It is Gen 3. And then you got, this tool here to do this bit. But I think Emerald's the best one to hack right now because there's loads of tools. There's a massive community for it. And because it's so easy to play, so easy to get things going. So, yeah, do it. Right, event flag. Okay, there we go. So we now have the first encounter with salts. This is looking good. We have fireworks already. I guess it is the Friday before Guy Fawkes. So then, I apologise if you can hear fireworks in the background. I didn't realise until recently I posted a video which had ambulance in it. This is sick. Second year computer engineer, seeing the code for the games I grew up playing is mind-blowing. Mate, when I first found out the decompiled projects that have been going on are incredible. They've decompiling like Mario 64. They've decompiled Zelda Ocarina of Time. I actually did a couple of ROM hacks for that, just for mates doing some stupid things. But I mean, Saggy, it's so cool. Like I'm a coder. I do it day in, and when I found this, like, it's so awesome. Like I can go into was it Battle Util? I'm like, and if I wanted to make a new ability, I could just say like, I will make new abilities. If you've seen some videos, I need to do it. Stuff like I can make the Bone Zone ability. I obviously need to do it, and I'll be like, I don't know or maybe it's like, let's say anti-dragon ability. I'm just gonna say it, and I can just be like, if we can do like battler. So if battler, I think we can do like dot species equals. We can do like species Rayquaza. Battler got this. Effect Pokemon. No, battler dot mon dot species. I think it's like get species or something. Is Rayquaza. We could just be like do double damage or something. And this is just writing in basic C. It's great. It's awesome. I'm not going to try and do it because I need to bounce around like loads of places, and I don't want to do too much complex stuff right now. Right, it's not C Game Freaking source code, memory flags. I don't know if it's actual source code, because I think a lot of this has been converted from the source code into a more readable thing, but pretty much source code. Yo, firstly, size Dragon Eyes fighting. No, I've got 9 starters for 1. Birch's case. Yeah, we have 9 starters. Well, 8 at the moment. Dragon growing up, dragon flying to make it a true trio. 9 start. Yeah, we've got 9 starters at the moment. In fact, I'm just compiling the code, so I'll show you how it looks, and we'll test where we got. So currently we have Mudkip, Trico, Torchic. These are liable to change. I want to do the middle 3 Chikorita, Turtledove, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil might be relegated because it's a dirty boy that needs to be in prison. But we'll see. These are also changed. If we go into, let's say Chikorita, for example. Come on, let's search Chikorita. We go into Gen Families. I have made Chikorita Fairy type. I've made Turtledove Dark type. I've made Cyndaquil Ground type. Did I give them the extra abilities yet? No, I'm going to give them better abilities, better stats and stuff. I'll buff them so they're not so basic. We have Pichu and Eevee because Pichu early on, Eevee early on seems quite good. This one is currently nothing, and what I'm thinking of doing is making it random. I'm probably going to make a choice of like start a Pokemon and have it like, oh, it can be random. This one I'm thinking about doing a separate trio, but because we've got nine starters, we're not going to have the standard. Your rival is going to have strong teams. Your rival's not going to be a bitch. Your rival's going to be good, but we're not going to have them have like the counter to you. They're going to have a more generic, decent team. Allegation against them with fake. Well, I've got to be a good game developer. I will hold off until we hit some conclusive pipe. Fire type Red Squirtle. We could do a fire type with Red Squirtle. Dratini, Swinub, Machop. Problem with Dratini, Swinub, and Machop, they wouldn't be very good because Swinub decent doesn't really. The ice move it gets are crap early on. And it's weak to a lot of the early move type. Machop would be amazing. Fighting types early game are just incredible. But you're sort of locked on Machamp until... So there is no trading in this. You use an item called the Linking Cord. And the Linking Cord will let you trade evolution Pokemon. Problem with Dratini is... I'll show you inside it. Your Gen 1 families. If you go to Dratini, you can see it's got a... not XP yield. Growth rate is slow. If you've never heard of growth rate, it's how fast the Pokemon levels up. So fast Pokemon, we go to growth rate fast. Do we go to where's my? There should be a table of code. String copy text. No, that's not it. I've not been at it for ages. Basically, it's the speed of which, how much XP they need to the next level. A fast Pokemon only needs 750,000 XP from level 1 to 100. A slow Pokemon needs like 1.25 million XP, level 1 to 100. You find slow Pokemon will take, a fast Pokemon will level up much quicker than a slow Pokemon. Dratini and other like slow, normally pseudo legendaries are horrible early game Pokemon to have because you just don't level up as fast, and you'll find you'll be doing 2-3 times as many battles to get them into a playable state. Their movesets as well all absolutely suck early on. I'd have to completely overhaul games like Unbound, who've done that. Like, it is possible, but you have to completely overhaul their moveset and stuff. So we look at its level up moveset. It learns, so you have Twister and Wrap until level 15, and then you get Dragon Tail, a reasonably weak move with -6 priority. 25 you get Slam, so you don't, and by then it's, you're looking at doing something, and it doesn't evolve until quite a high level. Evolution, so you got to get level 30, so that's why I wouldn't want to do Dratini. I want to do sort of more, you want to get access to them a bit quicker. The final reason I don't want to do Pokemon like Dratini is because I want pseudo legendaries to be rare, to be sought after. One of the things modern Pokemon did is they've ruined the exploration part of Pokemon. There's no real reason in the modern games to go and try and find your way through. Like, if we take Emerald, for example, when we go to dungeons, we go to Meteor Falls. Like, this is an area you come quite early. This is my favorite game. Emerald is my favorite game by miles. Absolutely love it. And this is like, you finish the game and then you come exploring. Like, there's a whole area here you need Waterfall for. So you come in once you get Waterfall and you see it earlier. You come through, you get to here, you do this puzzle, you beat these really tough trainers, you go down, and then you can come through here and get Dragon Claw. But this is the only place you can get Bagon. Like, you need 8 gym badges. Oh, my camera fell. You need 8 gym badges. You need to explore around, and you find this. That is amazing. Like, that's what I want to bring out. If you want to go get a rare Pokemon, you need to go exploring for it. You need to find your way around. Like, the Reggies in this game were incredible. Like, when I was young, exploring through, trying to make my way down this, and I saw down here, you're flying past and you see this underwater map, so you go into it and you end up coming up and finding and then you get the Braille, and finding all those legendary Pokemon was cool. being given legendary Pokemon is shit. Being just like it appears in the overworld is shit. Even in the remake of ORAS, just flying around on the Eon Flute, cool, but like shit. Going, exploring, finding them. I'm bringing that back. I'll show. In fact, let me just change what's on screen. I can actually show you what I'm building. So I'm rebuilding the. Actually rebuilding this game right now from a different, from another version. So this is the game I'm remaking. I'm remaking it in a modern engine, which just gives me more. Legendary's gonna have they're gonna have a lot of them. Gonna have quests and reasons to find them. So this is what we're working on. This here is called the Plateful quest. And when the Plateful quest, you activate it here. You get the Legends book, and to get Arceus, you need to do a lot of stuff. So to get Arceus, you're going to need the Legends book, which you get here. You need to get all 17 plates. Well, you need to get the Legends book, which actually get the Legends plate, which then lets you get all 17 plates. And then you need to get the 3 Arceus, the Alga, Palkia, and Giratina to access it. I didn't even catch them until I took them on messages. Reggie's was so good. But yeah, so let's say, so you get that. You then have to go to so there's a cave here I'll be making. And you go into this, and it will lead you to a secret grotto. What is it called? Is it called the Plate Grotto? Lost Plates. And each of these are defined around a specific one. So there's 4 hidden at the moment. You can play this version now on our thing. It's not going to be compatible with the new version. The new version will have more Pokemon in it. Like, it's got all the Gen 9 Pokemon. It has some really cool effects, and it's got follower Pokemon. So this is why I had to redo it. But yeah, so you go here. But the plates as well, if we show you the code, you don't just get given the plate. You have to fight a certain Pokemon. So you do a totem boost. So you fight the totem Pokemon. So it's a Selgor level 40. You're about level 25. You now have to do a 1v6 against this pretty powerful Pokemon. Same with Gigalith for the rock plate. Hippowdon for the rock plate? Sand plate? Oh, I've messed up there. Stone plate. On top of that, Megastones. Megastones, you're not just going to be given a Megastone. Again, you have to work for it. You have to fight the Mega Pokemon. So you've got to battle a Totem boosted Pokemon. I don't know if I've got any legendary Pokemon. We've got the Trico Grotto. All the grottos hidden. We've got the Mug Plates. Various grottos where you find your legendaries. So you come back later for the Charmander one. Shaman. So here's my Shaman encounter. So to get Shaman, you need a Cresselia Flower. Otherwise, it's an infinite walkway. But again, if we look at the code, because I haven't got a running game at the moment, to beat Shaman, to catch Shaman, you can't catch it in battle. So you cannot catch the Pokemon, and all legendary Pokemon and various totem Pokemon are like this. They cannot be caught. It won't allow you. They are totem boosted. Some Pokemon like Arceus will be above the level cap, like 125 or whatever. So you beat Shaman in its normal form. You beat Shaman in its normal form, and if you do that, you then get given it. So you have to beat it, and it's like a boss fight. And that as well, the thing I want to bring back is like a challenge and have legendary Pokemon feel legendary and the reason to explore. What are you naming your ROM? Probably Pokemon Triver. I'm not sure fully yet, but I mean the game is huge. I am straight up just rebuilding it, so you can see I'm going to do a map a day, and you can see what I am sort of recreating what we've got. But other things like gyms aren't in towns. You got to go explore for a gym. Training's going to be a bit harder. There's going to be the other trainers. So here's Roxanne. So it's like a boss and reward in Pokemon. It's named Master Ball. Not really. No need for Master Ball. Because a lot of people play ROM hacks. They don't want to grind. If I can remove the grinding rate, we can do that. And catching Pokemon, when you can get infinite money quite easily in games, and it's just a time gate thing, having lots of Ultra Balls isn't really a thing. So, or Master Balls. So adding quests in is a great thing. Like down here, we've got this girl here. You do a quest for her, and you get an item. By doing her quest, lets you into a secret area in this place, which gives you extra, trainers. If you beat most of the trainers in an area, you can fight me. Basically, I've added myself in the game, and I appear before every gym if you beat enough trainers, and I'll give you a powerful item. But I will have a tough team which I can come up with. Grinding makes it feel better. Yeah, love the catching, but battling can be draining. Yeah, making battling for the sake of grinding sucks. So the levels, there will be a level curve as you go, but as soon as you get to a gym. So this is the first gym. It's a flying gym. There's two things will happen when you walk into a gym for the first time. It will change a flag in the code. That flag will increase the XP rate you get for all Pokemon below the level cap. If you don't have a level cap, it's not going to be turned on. But I am designing it around level caps, but you can just turn them off. Or you got to turn them on, turn them off. I'll probably default on, but you turn them off. Once you get to a gym, all Pokemon that are below level cap get an increased XP rate, as long as you haven't got a badge. And this guy, again, as long as you've not beaten the gym, this guy will let you battle Blissies on repeat for tons of XP. That will just knock itself out. Although now I'm saying that, I could probably add a rare candy into the game as well. Like you can get an infinite rare candy, but it only works once you've got to a gym. So the idea is like all of the early parts, all of this part, it's you still got the level curve, you still got to think about it. But once you get to the gym, everything gets level cap. You can move around, try different Pokemon. Like the Water XP show, new gens. Yep, first thing I did was add that. We have that. That's needed idea. Exactly. It's grinding is not fun, I think. I think the joy of rewarding is the challenge. There is no challenge in grinding. Like this girl, she is an absolute monster. So this is Mahogany Hills. And this is what I want to do some more dev dives and talk about my design decisions. You come here, so you get to this town, a bit of a checkpoint, and then you've got quite a grind. And you come into the town, and you've got here, and you can either go straight up to the gym or not. This is going to be harder than a normal Pokemon game, but it's not going to be like difficult. I want it to be hard, but not a challenge hack. We're not looking at like some crazy difficult things. But she will be hard. This item here is Shockwave. Shockwave is a never miss electric move, which will be very good in the gym. Being a flying gym, getting a decent electric move is quite good. You can get by beating her, or you can get it through getting cut. You can't cut until you beat the gym, so you can either get it later, or you get it early by beating her. And she has like a tough team. And this is what I've made. A lot of choices are. Like, you can go through these 4 trainers, and they'll give you a Scyther. It's like, you don't need to. You can go around it. But doing unnecessary battles will reward you. And it's, if you're playing on a Nuzlocke, maybe you want to take the easier route and save a Pokemon, or maybe you want to risk things later on. Same with here. You can get a fossil. There's some cool things here. But you had to get here, you need to beat Roxanne. She's got a decent team. There's always an issue of not having the right moves Pokemon you want to use. Yeah, so what I do want to introduce more items. I struggle with adding items in. So if there's like items you guys think is like needed or stuff, you can go for it. You can just tell me. But yeah, I've done loads of this. This is a quest where you can then get infinite stones. So you find this guy, and he has. So this is where you get fire stones. And once you find them in each place, you get attacked by a totem Pokemon and a second Pokemon, and then you unlock infinite stones. And it is just this is something I love as well. You have I've added hidden bases in, so these are viewers and they're hidden bases. if you beat them, they'll give you a Pokemon. So early on, you can get a Dwebble, which is amazing for first gym. This guy gives you Honage. To get the Pokédolls, you have to find them in the wilds. You have to find the hidden base, interact with the Pokédoll, and then add it into your area to unlock. So none of that like buying stuff. Here we've got a whole school challenge. So it has like a battle system where it will generate a table, and you go through the ranks up to the final, and you get some cool rewards. So that's repeatable. This is not RPG Maker. This is an actual ROM. This is an actual playable Emerald hack. So this is Pori maps. And yeah, again, I get very carried away with the pure size of the areas. We got like this huge map I was working on. Coming down here. So this is second gym. Goes over here, which is a water gym. Gyms go in an order. Odd number gyms are trainers focused. Even number gyms are puzzle focused. So this is puzzle focused. About questions. You got this area I haven't finished, and then just the whole. It's open world in the way you can get anywhere from anywhere else. This whole map's got some weird stuff going on. Yeah, badge number 3. Again, areas here. This is where you unlock your bike. Again, I will be coding all of this. This is an infinite runway, which leads you to Shaman. Sorry, because you repeat the software. I'm looking to make Rom Hack myself. So this is Pori maps. I have some videos on our YouTube where I talk about it and how to install it. But this is used for decompiled emeralds. If you're making you want to make a ROM hack, an actual like normal ROM hack, which is playable in your game, in like an emerald, in your it's Game Boy Advance. This is the way you want to do it. So you use Pori maps to make the maps, which is here, and then I use Pori script, which looks like this, to do my scripting. So this is how I do the events and stuff. And thanks for the follow, bud. Yeah, this is what I have done, which I'm currently remaking. So we have the fourth gym, and this is just like 4 badges. They've got a huge area here. This is where you find your Steelix Megastone. Yeah, I've got a load of bugs, which is what I was starting again. This is where you get the Megastone. Think about Battle City from Yu-Gi-Oh, where you got to get all the stars. That's how you get your Megastone. Yeah, there's a lot of it, and there's lots of explorable areas. But we are redoing it. I think my code might have now finished, and I can show you how the game looks so far. And then I might call it a night because I'm knackered. I only want to do about an hour or so. Errors. Okay, give me a second. I need to find OBS. Right, route 2, Wally, I did it. Okay, I've got some script issues. So I just need to fix my bugs. Always bugs to fix. Okay, so that doesn't exist anymore. So we want to get rid of that line of code. I've deleted a load of code. Is basically route 102 doesn't exist anymore, and yeah, here it is. So, and that, which is the Pokemon catching tutorial. People who play ROM hacks have played Pokemon games before. We don't need to do the basic level tutorials. That's my view of tutorials. We're past that stage. Right, we can close that one. We can go back to route 1B. So a few things I still need to do here. I need to add trainers. So we're going to add a trainer here, and a trainer here, a spinner. I need to make this bit a little bit prettier. And then we'll make in here where you can get your old rod. We need to add in here for the first secret base. I'll do some videos next week, and we can do some discussion on that. And yeah, let's just want to get it playable, and then we can go from there. Yes, okay, it compiled. Ooh, let's 2 seconds. Let me move that so you can see it better. There we go. Okay. New game. So Pokemon Holly. Inkay is my favorite Pokemon, so he'll turn up. Boy. Death. So here we go. We are now in my version of the game. So, intro. Come down, walk in, and you meet your rival's brother. I haven't got a name for the rival yet. I'd love ideas. But basically, he's come over for some juice. The rival's rushed off to go get the first badge because he's better than you. Because I think training should be rubbish. But he picked up, and now he's got a bag full of Pokemon, and he doesn't remember which one is yours. Here's the starter choice. It's currently got the Gen 3 ones. I'm probably going to remove these. I don't know yet. Nimbus. Nimbus could work. Then you've got these ones over here. Then you got Pikachu and Eevee. This empty slot is going to become a random. I need to do the code for that. It's a bit more fiddly, and I don't want to do it on stream because it's not entertaining to watch. So I'm going to take Chikorita. And there we go. And then he's like, he again tells you that his brother's better than you. And he's going to go try and find some juice. This is the reason why I'm remaking the game. Follow a Pokemon. Your Pokemon will now follow you in the overworld, which I think is amazing. I just love it. So yeah, you got this area, Bedrock Town, and you wander up. Route 1 goes up all nicely, and you can get some things. If you are making a map, there's a couple of rules you want to make sure is you got to remember the size of your screen. Don't make maps too big. They're not easy to do. This guy gives you secret power because there's nothing worse than not getting secret power. I need to fix... bug. We've seen a bug. The bug is he doesn't look at you. So let's fix that quickly. So let's close all of those. Save all my code. Don't save that one. 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 Okay. Don't know why we had so many things there. And so we want this map. Open this up. We need to have face player. Otherwise, the guy doesn't look at you. And what we'll find is in this map, we've done the same thing. Again, the fisherman needs to face you. It's just bad manners otherwise, isn't it? Okay, so that's how you get that. If I'm correct, we should have... Okay, there's something else we need to do. We want infinite TMs. Really, really easy to do. In this, we go to item.h. So this is a config file which allows you to make changes like fossils be key items, shiny charms, expanded item names, yada yada. We want this items reusable. We want that to be true. So when we reload the game or we recompile the game, they are now infinite TMs. Makes them a bit more worthwhile, I think. So we need to fix that bug as well. That says Route 102. That's really quick to fix. We just need to go to I'm going to go to here, and in the header we just need to make this say map sec route 101, and then that will say the same as our other one. Okay. And then again, I haven't changed the encounters for this area yet. I have got the encounters ready to go. So hopefully... So that is a bug. He was not walking to us. So why was that person not walking towards us? We find them on the overworld. Sight radius is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be 6 as well. Ah, so trainer type should be normal. I did actually set them as a trainer. Gotta love bug fixing. Then here, you can't run. We just have to beat all 5 of the magic cups. Great way to get some early XP. We've got Razor Leaf now. Seems to be a bit of a visual glitch with using Razor Leaf. Seems to show a shadow. Oop. Oh, well, I've sped past it. This guy talks to us. Doesn't look to us, but we fixed that. Oh, those. Okay, I need to make sure I use the right tiles. I've used the wrong ones. Don't know why we've got a shadow. Don't know which code's giving me that bug. If we reload the area, we should see... Oh, still there. Okay, and then that there. So, I've got a few bugs to fix. It's about normal. I always get annoyed with this one because there's 2 like tip points. One of them is this one. Yeah, I used the wrong one. Yeah, there's this one, which is the one I didn't mean to use. And then there's one used for higher up. So I just need to change every single point that has that. And the worst thing is, it's very hard to know which ones you've done and you haven't done. Because it looks bloody identical. Okay, that's that. What was the other bug? She's done her thing now. Yeah, the intro's code is there. And my encounters. So yeah, we'll use the encounters from the other one. For now, we'll probably change these later down the line. Just to get more variety. Spiro, Sunken, Azuriel, Surskit. I'm going to try and add as many Pokemon in as possible, but also without just spamming you with like all the early game Pokemon early on. So the main game is made up of sort of multiple different islands. We could add a gun type Pokemon. If you want to do the artwork for a gun type Pokemon, I will add it. It will have the move shoot and it will one shot you, the player, and end the game. Because why not? And then 4. And the encounter rate's correct. Okay. I'm going to end the stream there because I'm knackered. And it takes a lot out of me. If you're interested to play it, you can play an earlier version of it, which has a lot more to it. It has just missing some of the quality of life. That's on our Discord. Otherwise,